Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4's. We are playing with Catholic Mexico. Before we continue with the war against the United States in this episode, I would like to mention one thing. I just hope that everybody is staying safe out there, between, or just everything that's going on with 2020, whether it's COVID or, protest and rioting and mass destruction and just overall pretty bad situation, particularly here in America. I know that other countries are also dealing with some issues, some of which are very similar to ours, some of which are more unique to their particular country. But regardless of where you live, if you're seeing what most of us are seeing here in 2020, I hope everybody is staying safe out there, just trying your best to protect your family in this kind of crazy situation that we're currently in. And also that you guys are preparing for this to get worse. I know that some people are really holding out, hoping that things are going to get better. I've heard a lot of people think, okay, well, this is just because it's election year here in America, and once the election is over, everything's going to get better. As a person who's been studying history and politics my whole life, I have a degree in history. I have a BA in history as well as a BA in political science. So I've been studying, revolutions, civil wars, civil unrest, for a very long time, and I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. I think it's going to get much worse, just based on everything that I'm seeing right now. I expect that it's going to get much worse. You see both sides are already setting it up to not look at the election results as being legitimate. Both sides have already expressed that they believe the other side is going to cheat in some form or fashion, or that the other side is going to do something illegal to win the election. And when you have both sides doing that, you're pretty much guaranteeing, and I mean, we're doing this 4 or 5 months out before the election even happens, you're pretty much guaranteeing that there's going to be a general non-acceptance of whatever those results are. And we saw that in the last election. There was a little bit of that beforehand, but the difference with that one is you really only saw it coming from one side. You didn't really see too many people thinking that Hillary wouldn't accept it. It was mostly people thinking that Trump wasn't going to accept the results, and Trump said some things that seemed like he might not accept the results. But in this upcoming election, both sides have said things. Now, of course, interesting enough, it wasn't being Hillary who kind of didn't accept the results initially and has attributed it to being Russian interference. And I can't say how bad it's going to get. Like, are we just going to see more civil unrest, more of what we've seen, maybe a little bit worse, and then things are going to calm down after a few months, once the year ends or something like that? Or does it go to the far extreme where we see like a full breakdown of society or a civil war or something? Like, I don't know. I really couldn't say anything is off the table at this moment, just because things have accelerated so fastly. We're obviously not really at a point that we're at that far extreme yet, but things have accelerated so quickly in the last couple months that I really can't say where we're going to go. And I myself am quite worried about the situations going on. I'm very worried about the future for my family. Overall, I just hope you guys are planning for that. Like, we've got a stockpile of food that we started because of the COVID, obviously, and then we've just been keep on adding to it. We're trying to get it so that we have like at least a month worth of food saved up for who knows what happens. Also, we bought a new gun several months ago, which we already have a couple guns. I think it's imperative that you're able to defend yourself and your family. I just want to put that out there. Make sure that you got what you need in case this gets much worse, as it very well could. Now, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. Maybe this all blows over once the election happens. We have, we're obviously going to have, protests from whatever side loses, because I think it should be expected. But maybe it's not as bad as I think it's going to get. But there's no reason not to be prepared. That's all I'm saying. And make sure you're prepared to take care of yourself and your family, guys. I'd hate to hear anything bad happen to any of you guys during this situation. So make sure you're prepared for whatever happens. Maybe more lockdowns, or they continue much longer because of COVID. So make sure you guys are prepared. Take care of yourself. That's all I want to put out there. Again, I'm not trying to come from a particular standpoint, because I'm not trying to get into the political discussion here. If you guys want to discuss politics, we have a Discord channel, and we have a politics section in there, which I remain pretty active in. You can see what my opinion of the matters are. Given though, don't go over there unless you're willing to get offended, because I'm sure I'm going to say something that you don't like, because I am a centrist and I don't agree with either side. In fact, I think both sides are lying a lot, and most of what they say is not true. I do not support either side right now at all. I think they're destroying this country, absolutely destroying this country, these two political parties. So no matter what side you're on, if you're on the right or the left, you're gonna hear stuff from me that you don't like. So don't go over there to the Discord unless you're willing to be open to a discussion with somebody who probably disagrees with you on many things. So now that I've expressed that, because again, I did feel like I really wanted to say something. It just seems really strange, every day to record these videos and not say anything about what's going on. It's just really strange to not at least address it. So I just wanted to mention it, but again, this is not really a place. This is a place to chill. This is my time to play a game. I pretty much don't play video games much anymore unless I'm recording due to lack of time. So this is also my time to kind of chill out. I know many of you guys just here to get away from all that and just kind of step away from the BS and enjoy some HOI4. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just relax a little bit. Hope you got your drink. I got mine. And let's just relax and defeat the Americans, which is surprising that this is a relaxing affair. But so far they have not put up much of a fight yet. I think that this could very well change, though. Again, I expressed this in the last episode. They're going to have air superiority. Of course, they have supremacy in the seas. And then they probably outnumber us, although it's hard to say because we have so much allied assistance. At the very least, they'll have around the same amount of divisions as us, and they might be better designed than our allies, their divisions. So it's not over yet, but it's starting to look that way. Just to kind of briefly look at what's happening in the rest of the world, we got the invasions by the allies in Italy still, also in Brittany here. They are attempting to make some headway there, but so far they've been getting pushed back into the sea over and over again. Over here, obviously the Soviets are being pushed back, continue to be pushed back, very close to capitulating now. They're about 87% towards capitulation. However, there's really not very many large victory points left, so they're probably going to have to go much further. Again, right up to the mountains here is what we typically see them having to go to in order to get the Soviets to capitulate now. And of course, they're not losing the victory points over here as well. There's a couple high VP points there. So it's going to be a little while before they get them capitulated, but it might be this episode, maybe next episode. As far as other things happening in the world, obviously we have the situation here in South Africa and India, where the sides are fighting. And Japan is almost done in Asia. They've got a little bit left of Australia. And then, of course, they got Singapore here. And then I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to go into India next or what their plans are. But they've conquered pretty much everything they needed to conquer at this point. So we'll see where they go next. All right, so let's go and let it play. And we'll go down to speed 3 now, since we are controlling a large front, a lot of fighting going on, a lot of important fights. What we need to do is have this guy come here, and we're going to bring this guy out of here, even though I know this is kind of risky. We got to get that win there, and it doesn't look like the divisions that we're sending is going to work, because I want to cut these guys off and decrease the size of the overall front. We lost that attack on the tank there, probably lack of piercing, I would assume. Also, it does appear that we are losing here, so we might have to stop this attack. And then be able to assist it once this guy gets here and attack with 3 total divisions there. Remember, we're not using our military factories because of lack of resources and also lack of civilian factories, guys. Because of that, those strikes. Those strikes take away your civilian factories. So we do not have a lot of civilian factories at the moment, and I don't really want to trade any more of them away. Alright, so getting that one wrapped up there should be kind of knocking out this territory here as well. Let me see how these guys are doing it. So these guys are going this way. Let's have this guy go up here, get this finished up. They are deciding to attack us there, going after that VP point. I want to say we could probably, we can go and attack right there. Just make sure that we're pushing forward wherever we see a division not doing so. And what are these guys all doing? Nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and have them both move forward then. Alright, excellent. So I think we could probably try an attack here again and see if this ends up working now with the assistance of that division to try and cut off 3 divisions here. So that'd be really helpful. Again, we're kind of stopped now because they do have divisions in every province for the most part, with the exception towards the west coast here, where they still have several provinces that are undefended. I almost want to leave these little corridors here so that they will send divisions, and we could potentially cut them off. We did have a naval bombing here. Or no, this was our submarines. Sunk a convoy, didn't lose any submarines, so that's good. And yeah, in Florida, we finally have some troops here. What I'd like to do is get a win here. We gotta wait for this guy to get some organization, and then we can cut off those troops there. Our agent was killed. That was the one that was captured. We couldn't have got him. I looked before I started recording. I meant to, as soon as I started the episode, I meant to get these guys assigned to a new mission. Because that guy, we couldn't have saved him. We had 8 days left. And we might have been able to save him if I had done something here. When we first got these guys back, if you guys recall, we lost them for a little while. They had to go into hiding. So let's go ahead and place her there, and we should probably have this guy build intel somewhere as well. Because you can see our intel is at 0% now. So we'll try and build that up so that we can do something against the Americans. We'll see what we can do there. I think we already have this getting taken care of, so this guy can just go up here. They're attacking us in the mountains there, so they're not going to succeed. Here, though, it does look like they have a good chance of defeating us, so let's just go back. We don't want to get any troops cut off if we can avoid it. Looking for points where we could, well, yeah, looking at points where we can cut some troops off. There's one right there. We'll try there. But again, it's getting a little bit more challenging because they're going to outnumber us as far as our divisions. Now, somebody has asked me, let's go and get something picked here real quick. We already going down that. All right, so good to go. So I guess we need to get one of these ones here. And so it's either retention or growth. And I always like growth because retention only affects when you're changing one line over to something else, while growth affects both. If you're changing a line over, or if you're creating a new line. So I do like going for growth typically over the retention. But a lot of people have asked me, what is this about? Is this that strike? Yeah, this is the damn strike thing, which I'm really hoping that we get, you know, something, a positive event from this. So far, we have not been getting positive events. We've been having some pretty bad luck with that. I had a few people ask me why I didn't accept our allies' offer for their troops, their expeditionary forces. Here's the thing with expeditionary forces. This is how I use them. I only like to use them on defense. That is all. So I mean, we could take them and use them to defend our ports. The reason why I don't like using them on the offensive is because if they're expeditionary force, specifically an expeditionary force, so not the units that perhaps, and we don't have any subjects, so I can't show it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So not the units that you build of your subject design when you build it in your own, you know, when you take their design company, click on this, take their design company and use those divisions and build it on your own, where you typically provide like a percentage of the manpower or the equipment based on their autonomy is how much you have to provide, how much they provide. Those units that you build through here, those are counted as your units, essentially, with a few exceptions, like the manpower. I want to say the equipment is supplied by you, but the manpower is supplied by them after that for any reinforcements. But other than that, they're pretty much treated as your divisions, while the divisions you get as expeditionary forces are not. So if those divisions push forward and take territory, that counts as war participation for that unit, or for that country that owns the unit, rather than for us. So that is the reason why I don't like going for it, guys. These guys, I think, might have been assigned to this here. I don't like requesting them and then using them on the offensive, because they get all that war participation, and they already get enough as it is because of the casualties they take. In fact, I suppose you could make an argument. I guess we need to pick something here. We'll go after the excavation because we could really use it. You could make an argument to say that taking them would result in them getting less war support if you pushed them to the back so that they weren't doing stupid attacks and taking high casualties, which, as you guys know, most of the war support that they get, I keep saying war support, I'm meaning to say war score, but what I should be saying is war participation. Most of the war score or war participation that they get, and we did lose here, it's a shame. But most of the war participation they get is from casualties, and so if you kind of like help them take less casualties, then I can see how that could be an argument for taking them, and where they wouldn't end up increasing the overall war support. But for the most part, that's typically what ends up happening. Alright, so he's going to grab that for us. And let's have him go all the way over there, and we'll keep this guy here. Alright, we'll go ahead and push forward here, see if we can't cut these guys off by going up here to Seattle and get behind them. We'll see if we'll cut those two guys off. If we go all the way around here and just take Seattle, then that'll cut them off from supply. and then we'll try and get those guys destroyed. We don't have a lot of divisions over here, though, so it could be a bit tricky to do. Again, just looking for more places where we can cut off troops. Looks like we're going to get a win there. That'll cut off that guy, but then the our allies have attacked there, and yeah, we're seeing that they might end up pushing them back. We'll see. And that's one of the negatives of having allies sometimes. And we won there. All right, excellent. I didn't know if we were going to win that or not, and we did, so that's going to cut off all 3 of those units now. And that's really, at this point, what I want to focus on is cutting off troops. We could try and focus on pushing forward here, but I think it's going to be difficult because they're going to continue to build troop numbers up, guys. All right, so let's go and cut that one division off now. And I'm going to go ahead and go all the way over here. But yeah, it's going to be difficult because, you know, they do have a lot of manpower left. They still have equipment, I'm sure, as well. The lack of numbers, again, I think was because of the fact that they had sent too many troops to Europe and they had to pull them back. I don't know if we're going to win there in order to cut this guy off, but we'll see if we can. We'll have to attack with both of them because it looks like they're sending a division over here. But yeah, they're starting to look like in a much better situation than they were. Again, a few open territories where we could potentially advance. Though this guy looks like he's about to... Okay, he's going to take a long time. I did move our planes as well. I moved some over to here. Since there was less enemy planes, I thought we had a chance to try and at least contend for air superiority there. We are focusing on air superiority here as well, because again, I'd like to get this territory taken out. And then we can kind of focus on the push towards those key victory points. Again, though, if we destroy their divisions, then that's how you get the win. Clearly, this one's not going to work, so we'll stop that. You destroy the divisions like here, though I don't really want to attack across a river there, so let's attack here instead. And here's our big division. Oh, they've already lost there. Okay. Let's go and send a guy over here then. Help out, try and get that guy destroyed. Kind of free up some divisions to do some different stuff. See if there's any other points where we might have cut some troops off. We're still waiting for these guys to come over here to see if that ends up being a win or not. Have these guys coming up over this way. And we have some Lend-Lease offers. We will accept any Lend-Lease. I'm absolutely fine with taking that. Especially for that support equipment, something that we've been having issues with this entire campaign. We lost 3 submarines, unfortunately. Did a little bit of damage. I think this zone right here has been very difficult for us to patrol recently, unfortunately. Let's go and take a look and see if we have more submarines. We do. We're just going to create a whole new task force here, since we have taken such high casualties, and tell them to do some convoy raiding. Again, I feel like you need to patrol here, though. I think that's key. So I'm going to keep them there even if we do take the casualties. So these guys are now cut off. Let's go and get them destroyed. And then we're going to push forward up along the coast here with this unit. Really need to break through here. And I guess the best way to do this would be to attack with 2 units and see if we can't get the win. Again, I think the problem is the piercing. We'll try, though, with 2 units and see if that ends up being a win or not. We also got to get the win here, but we're going to have to wait for that light tank to leave, as well as to get our organization back up, so we'll wait for that. I almost want to go ahead and move this guy here and then have him attack just to start weakening them, and then we'll send the other 2 divisions. Does look like we have finished up these guys as well, so they should be cut off and destroyed soon, and we actually got a favorable event. This is, of course, dealing with that stability, so this is really helpful. This gives us 5% stability, so it's going to get us close to the 50% that we need to get to in order to end this problem. But yeah, it's not going to be good enough, guys. Not going to be good enough. We got to get it up higher. Of course, the problem is the lack of political power. Political power has been an issue this entire campaign, guys. I'm like incredibly surprised with just how many problems we have had with the political power. It's not gone the way that I would have expected it to go. We're going to have 1 unit go here and then 1 go up here. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, we can go ahead and push forward here. There's no units defending. We are attacking right there. We did get defeated there. It looks like it's fine. We're not going to be cut off or anything. Again, just kind of looking for some opportunities to advance. We'll attack here even though we're not cutting anybody off. It's, you know, one that we can jump on with 2 units. So we'll try and make that happen. It would be nice to get St. Louis as well. It's a good victory point there. So we're attacking with this unit. Let's go ahead and send these guys in now and see if we can't turn this into a win. As of right now, it looks like that's not the case, but now it's green, so we're good to go. attacking here, and we are losing that attack, unfortunately. Let me see if we can win with... There we go. There's green. Let's go ahead and move here. I'm still trying to cut off the divisions that are here. We could push forward that way, and I think we should. But let's use these divisions instead. Let's get across here, and then have like one division go there, and then the other division come up here. And there might be divisions that stop them from moving. We will see. We do have an unassigned division, this guy here. Let's go ahead and place him into... he's trained enough. Let's go and place him into the Red Army here. You know, most of our divisions in the Red Army are kind of cruddy. We don't really have the manpower available to train any units right now. We are getting a national focus that's going to change that. That's in 40 days, though, so we're in a bad situation manpower-wise. Could start having some serious shortages that will really stymie our overall war effort. We did get the fighters. All right, excellent. And what do we want to get next? Probably naval bombers. Yeah, I think we should get the naval bombers next. 69 days, knock that out. Let's go ahead and update these. Get the fighter 2s. Could create a variant, but we really don't have much. I suppose we could do like one. Just increase. Yeah, I would at least want to do both of these. It would decrease our reliability there. You know what, we'll just save it for right now. So let's go ahead and change these up to the fighter 2s, get them out there building. That does require more rubber that we don't have, unfortunately. Rubber is kind of the one main limiting factors, as is steel. Steel seems to be a continuous issue these days. Now what we can do... Alright, this is what we're going to do. Let's help win this battle first to cut that division off. And then we'll attack here from both these two provinces in order to cut these 3 divisions off. Unless our allies mess that up. Alright, I think they will be defending here. Yeah, it looks like they will be defending here. So let's just move these guys here for right now. We'll figure out what to do with them after they get there. We did cut off these troops here, but our divisions are leaving now. Let's go ahead and have these guys all attack in here to get them finished up. And we'll attack with that guy as soon as he gets here, and we'll support with this guy. Alright, get these divisions here destroyed. We'll have to see how we do on getting the American casualty numbers up. So far, I think we had, like, last episode, maybe 100-something thousand casualties total. So yeah, we want to get those numbers up higher. Those are rookie numbers, man. We gotta get them up higher. We can't cross this river here into these mountains without anybody stopping us, so might as well. This guy should be coming up this way, really. I think that's where we got defeated, but there's nobody there yet, so might as well send somebody back. I did lose another submarine there. Again, not surprising. And we got these guys cut off here. Let's go ahead and send this guy into the attack there. I know he's pretty weak, but that's okay. Let's also go ahead and push forward here. I would like to get the win there, but our divisions are a little bit too weak. So we will wait. Again, manpower is in such a cruddy position, so we are going to have to be a little bit more cautious with our attacks because this manpower is serious. We will primarily just focus on cutting troops off, I suppose. Let's go and grab that province. Yeah, we'll have that guy go over here. Almost got Seattle, so that'll be big for us. And seeing if there's any other troops cut off. We did take that province there. Let's keep these guys here. I'm not entirely sure why they're so adamant to leave. Let's have these guys stay here and actually try and go across that river, since that tank went this way instead of this way. And they'll bring this guy on over to here to kind of help out, trying to get... Well, Atlanta's open. I'm going to see if we can get to Atlanta. We can also cut troops off there. That would allow us to cut 2 off. Maybe we should just do that and just kind of focus on like little things at once. Just because of the fact that we're trying to get some more troops over here before we're able to cut off all of them. Try and get across that river. If nobody moves there, then we will make that happen. It looks like we're kind of weak along there. Again, I don't want to attack anywhere where we're going to face too much resistance. We want very, very easy attacks overall because of our manpower issues, because we are really burning through it right now. You know what? Actually, there's something we can do here. We'll take that. And many people have been suggesting I do this for a while, to take a look at if any of our allies will give us garrison support. It doesn't look like anybody is willing to. Alright, so that's a shame. But if they were willing to give us garrison support, then that would free up some of our own manpower. Let's look at the Dominicans. No, how about Spain? This is the last one. Yeah, nobody's willing to give us garrison support, so, you know, sometimes they are, sometimes they don't. Just kind of depends. I don't know how they gauge whether or not they're going to give you garrison support. I don't really know how that works, honestly. Let's go and move this guy over here to help out in that defense since this guy's coming here. But yeah, so far looking pretty good on our efforts to cut divisions off. I'm actually fairly pleased with it. I think we're going to try and attack across this river, even though it's across a river attack. That division's looking really weak. I think he went on the railroads over here. We can recruit another division, and I think we should get the commando. They're pretty damn good. So we've got a commando. She's an old lady, too. She looks like an old lady. Nobody would have ever suspected her. It's a brilliant plan. So let me just see what their bonuses are. They actually have a good bonus for capturing ciphers. So do we have enough intel network to do anything? Probably not. Yeah, I do not think so, guys. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and build the intel network further here just because I'm trying to get it built as quickly as possible. Now, each one you send is overall like less efficient than the other ones. So that's one thing to consider. But we're trying to get this up so I can actually do a mission. Just looking at which one we'll likely do, I'm thinking, what would this one do? Oh, okay, you can reduce their intel. This gives you, that's the fake unit one, isn't it? Where you have the fake units. All right, well, that's interesting. Could do that. Could try and steal some text, which I think would be the best thing for us to do, is probably try and infiltrate their navy. So that'd be one way for us to get some free naval text. Because one thing to consider, if we want to find anybody after America or Canada, you know, we don't have a navy. We have no navy, pretty much, just submarines at this point. So we're gonna be very limited on what we can do there. Let's go and have those submarines merge there. We did cut these troops off, and now they're trying to break out. One problem, of course, is that we don't have any troops to take advantage of this. So let's go and attack here, and yeah, probably bring a division up this way. We don't want them to be able to reconnect this, and then let's go ahead and attack over this way and try and bottle these guys up and get them destroyed here. And they should be facing fairly high attrition again. Yeah, the low supply is getting them. All right, again, just kind of looking, we're just kind of, dipping from one side of the front to the other, just see, if there's any open provinces to take advantage of, or any areas where we can cut troops off, essentially. Tried to reconnect there, but they didn't get there soon enough. We're still moving towards Atlanta. Looks like a division got there before us, so we're gonna have to actually support that. But if we win in Atlanta, then we can have a better position for cutting troops off, because we're gonna win here and then win there, and now we just need to win right there. All right, so let's go and attack here to kind of help out on that defense, just to get it done. Well, it's going to be kind of hard to get from Atlanta to here. This division's pretty weak. Moving across the river there towards Charleston. They are attacking us there across the river, and they're winning, but we're okay with that because, again, they're probably taking pretty high casualties over that stupid attack, really. We did hit it the 1st of May, 1943. We got some dockyards. And we don't have anything to build because, again, these are all such cruddy ships. I feel like they're not worth the manpower that you spend on them because they're so cruddy. And I think we're sending them here. So yeah, we have, I've never had, I don't know that I've ever had this many dockyards building submarines as anybody but maybe Germany. All right, so let's go after that victory point. Oops, looks like I messed that up. I have to send this attack on again. It doesn't look like we're going to win that. All right, what we need to do is just go and send this guy here then. Send him to Atlanta so we don't lose it. As we did just get it, so I'd prefer not to lose it. There's a division defending across that river, so we should stop that attack. We did get the infantry anti-tank 2s. That's going to be helpful considering the fact that most of our units don't have anti-tank units. I think we'll probably go with the night vision. I think it's a land night attack by 10%. It's not much, but it helps. Any little thing helps. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to get next. But let's take a look and see if there's anything else that we could get. Obviously, we still have stuff here to get. We have the MPs. I don't think I added those to the divisions yet. We actually have a lot of army experience. I think I said at the last episode that we'd spend that, and then I didn't. So we do want to go ahead and get that spent. Could go ahead and continue on going down the doctrines. There's just so much stuff that we need, though, at this point. Like, there's a lot of things that we're lacking. Let's go and go with the night vision, guys. A nice 10% attack for half of the fight. So got that done. Let's go ahead and take a look at our units. I think this should help adding some MPs here. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully it'll help because it does cost more support equipment, but it's not too bad. Huh? Interesting. Do cab units no longer require support equipment? They don't. All right, they changed that. I didn't know they changed that. Yeah, okay, I don't know when they did that, because I know not that long ago they still required support equipment. Definitely wasn't one that was added in the major patch for law resistance. I'm pretty sure they still required support equipment then. But yeah, that's different. That's interesting. I didn't know that they changed it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add MPs, make their suppression a lot better. So let's go and save that. Let's see what else do we need to make adjustments to. I think we're done here. So we're still working on our 40 with Los Demonios divisions. We still need to get 2 more infantry battalions. I guess we'll go ahead and do that now. Although I know we don't have any manpower. Maybe we shouldn't be doing anything, actually. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have added those MPs. I forgot we don't have any manpower. We shouldn't do anything right now until we get this focus done in, what is it, 25 more days. All right, so we're moving a lot slower this time. Again, I don't want to miss any opportunities here. When you're trying to cut off troops, I feel like it's imperative that you make smart decisions with your attacks. And low manpower also being a major issue. We need to go slow. So this is just wide the hell open. I feel like we're stretching out the front in a bad way, though. It's going to cause confusion for our units as well as for our allies, and we really haven't finished the job here yet. Let's see what we did over here. Probably lost submarines. Oh, we sunk a convoy. Okay. Did we finish up with these guys? Not quite. They're going to attack Seattle if I leave it, so I don't think we'll be able to just straight up leave. What we'll have to do is attack across this way and have this guy attack here. Alright, so that looks good. This is open here. We're going to go towards it, though there is a division coming. Let's see if we beat them. 15 hours away. No, I don't know why I thought I'd be able to, but we might be able to attack them long enough to be able to get that province taken. We'll see. Let's go and push forward here. We are kind of leaving this open a little bit, so let's go and move that division there. And once this guy leaves, we can cut off that guy. So we'll try and make that happen. If I see it again. You guys know it won't. Yeah, some of these attacks across rivers don't work because somebody moves there before we're able to get it done. Alright, so let's see how we want to do this. Remember, we're going to win that province, so if we can win here, we'll cut off both of these 2 provinces here. This guy is going to be pretty fast, so we can just wait for him to leave. However, the problem is going to be that these guys are attempting to leave too. So we'll do that attack, and then just wait a few hours until this guy leaves. And then let's do this attack here. And then what we'll do after we arrive here... Oh, he's not even going where he's supposed to. Let's have him attack from that province, from Atlanta. So he's going over that way. Let's go and send this guy over here. Maybe we'll cut off all these guys. Won't have any divisions to take advantage of that, though, of course. Now, I know that I said we were waiting for somebody to leave somewhere. I don't remember where. Let's try... This is a mountain attack. I don't think that's going to go well. Let's just attack here, guys, and cut off that one division. We don't always have to cut off a large number of divisions, guys. That's a loss. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. My bad, guys. I didn't realize I had that guy getting locked down. Shit. Yeah, I shouldn't have canceled that to mess that all up, didn't I? Alright, well, whatever. It is what it is, guys. It's going to attack across here now once he gets there. Get those units destroyed. So, what do we do here? We lost a convoy, or they lost a convoy. We lost a submarine. Let's take a look at our submarines, because you know we got some sitting here. Let's go ahead and get these guys assigned. He can't do it because he's the last submarine in that. So we'll have to wait. I don't know if we're going to win here. It doesn't look good. I'm going to go ahead and do this attack, even though it's across a river, because he's so darn weak and we are expecting to get that win. I guess what we can do is support with this guy here. Once he gets there, just go straight over and see if the 2 units can do it. Another Lend-Lease offer for some artillery, we'll accept that. That's interesting. I'm surprised that we're actually losing that attack there. They also are attacking us here to stop us from getting over that way. How are we going to cut these guys off? I guess we'll just have to use this 1 unit to do it. But yeah, it's kind of a problem here because we'll have all these divisions cut off, but nobody to like take advantage of that. Just too many fights going at once. Yeah, this is not going to work at all. Might as well stop that then. Yeah, so having some difficulty with cutting some of those guys off. We did finish up here, I think. Let's go and put these guys back onto this. We just need to take these last 2 provinces here. Alright, fantastic. So that was, I think, 2 divisions that we destroyed right there, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like they stopped us from moving there. So that's a shame. I really feel like until we get this damn focus done, we might not be able to do much more in attacking. just because we do not have the manpower to replace the losses that we are taking right now. This is actually not across a river, so if we attack with both of these and then support, I think we should be able to get a win here and cut these 2 divisions off. And that would be very, very helpful. Alright, so they're attacking us there. Maybe if we get across here, really we need to win the attack there. So what we should do is wait until this attack fails and then attack that weakened division. Again, trading a submarine for a convoy. Probably not the best trades there unless they're troop convoys, because then you're killing a lot of their manpower. But otherwise, I think it's probably not good. There we go. So I know that we're just flip-flopping the problem here, since we'll be the one getting the river penalty. And another division is coming as well, but he's taking the railroads, I think. So I think we should be able to easily beat him. Yeah, looks like it. Hopefully, anyway. These divisions are now cut off. Let's go and get them destroyed now. Alright, excellent. And then these guys will make sure they're going to that front. Alright, fantastic, man. This is looking good. A lot of divisions getting cut off in this here episode. And it looks like there's a civil war in South Africa. Alright, so you've got the South Africa and the Allies, and then you have the Nationalist South Africa in the Axis. And so makes the situation for the Allies in South Africa even worse. It was pretty bad as it was. And you can just see that the Allies are just retreating across the world, just not in a good situation. Things are going pretty bad for the Allies in this series. Really, really bad. We did finish this up. This frees those divisions, come back over here, allow us to maybe push forward. And again, I don't want to do any attacks that is against a fully organized unit because of our lack of manpower. It's going to get worse and worse until we get that focus, which is only 9 days away, so we can wait. Alright, so let's see how we want to do this. So we cut those guys off and we're getting them destroyed. We just need to win here or here. If we win here, I mean, this guy's, look at how weak he is. I think the problem here for them is that they don't have any tanks, perhaps? That's what I would assume. We'll support with this guy once he gets his organization back up. If we get the win there, though, we cut off a total of 5 divisions, so that'll be helpful. As long as they don't take anything here, though, which they very well could. That could cause an issue there. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. Yeah, we are losing here. We'll support with this guy after he gets there, and then we'll support with this guy as well. I thought the Swiss were already pulled in, but apparently not. They weren't pulled into part of the war or whatever. Let's go and take that province because there's nobody defending it. Again, really just focusing on provinces that aren't defended. If they are, then we won't do the attack. It looks like we lost here, though. I'm surprised at that. I'm actually going to go ahead and attack here. I feel like we can win that one, or we should be able to win that one. What's going on over here? I'm assuming that they've done it. Nope. I was going to say they did it. Maybe they did an invasion and you know, freed up Luxembourg for a moment, but no, it looks like all of the naval invasions have been dealt with. Yep. So no problems with that for the Axis. And India is the battleground now. You got 3 factions right now fighting in India. Very, very interesting. So yeah, just keeping our eye on everything that's going on in the world. Let's go and speed this up just a little bit now. That again, I don't want to miss opportunities, but there's a lot less opportunities available to us right now. So let's go and support with these guys here. And they might not be able to do it simply because this guy here is the attacking unit and he is very weak. Yeah, also the fact that we're fighting in the mountains, probably not helpful. Maybe I should have did the attack there. And I thought that it would be easier to defeat them because of their lack of unit equipment here, but apparently that's not the case. They're doing just fine. Alright, so that's a shame. So we're gonna have to pull this back then and just wait for another opportunity, I suppose, or wait till our units get stronger again. We do have unfulfilled import requests. I guess we're having trouble with the Brazilians, I think. Anybody else? Oh, it's actually steel from Finland that we're not getting. All right, so we'll pull that back. So that would trade with, I guess the Germans might not have anything for us. Nope. All right, well, we'll trade for as much steel as we can get. Also, it looks like we had a battle over here, sunk another convoy. Again, I'm really hoping those are troop convoys. That's the only way that it's worth it, the submarines that we've lost, I mean. I know we could have attacked there, but I didn't want to because I knew that division was coming. Could go across there, but again, you can see he's coming over this way as well. So just looking for opportunities, and as of right now, there are none. Maybe we can try this attack again once these 2 units go up. Now they sent another division over here, so that's another division we'll be able to cut off. So that's good. And yeah, just no opportunities available. We did win there. All right, very, very good. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's go and attack with these guys. Have these ones come over to that front. Yeah, we're going to get that 1 unit destroyed. That'll be helpful. Let's see if there's anything up here. We could go after Vancouver, I suppose, since it's wide open. I don't know where the Canadian divisions are. I'm not really seeing any of them on this American front. They might all be in Europe as well. We got the Synarchist youth. It's going to be super helpful for the manpower. And you know what, guys? I kind of feel like we can't go with anything right now unless it gives stability, which I don't think there's anything that does give stability. Because, yeah, we need political power. So we're going to have to go for a little while where we don't have, you know, any focus selected. It's just going to be the way it is, guys. The political power situation is just desperate. So going up by, you know, I think it's going to be like 1.94 per day. I think is worth it. You know, just trying to get this national focus issue dealt with. All right, so we're about to take Vancouver now. So that'll be helpful, taking one of their victory points. They don't really have much there. A lot less than I thought they were going to have. Let's see if we can't get behind these guys with this 1 mountain troop. Yeah, I don't know where we'd cut them off, though. There's really not any points available. We should be seeing the manpower go up, but of course they got to replace all the losses first. So it might take some time before we actually see manpower in the manpower pool. Because I think several of our divisions are really lacking on manpower. I don't know how we're doing on equipment. We'll take a look at that real quick. Looks like artillery is lacking, as is support equipment. We might want to make some adjustments to what we're currently building. We have a lot of anti-tanks and anti-air in our you know, stockpile, simply because of the fact that we don't have a lot of those 40 Wick division designs built just yet. All right, so let's see how we want to do this. We already have a lot of factories, I mean for us, going towards these two. We do have aluminum available and tungsten. So we could pull back on infantry equipment a bit, and that might save us some steel if we put it towards artillery and anti-air. How are we doing on getting replacements done? Let me just take a look. I mean, we have a lot of infantry equipment. You know what, guys? Let's just pull back on this and try and fix the issues that we currently have. All right, so that looks good. We're good on resources now, and I want to say we can go ahead and just... It'll affect the submarines a bit, but we'll be fine. You know what? It might not affect anything. Yeah, it'll affect the submarines, but that's okay. That'll give us another civilian factory to try and get these. We actually have a lot of civilian factories now that we don't have the strikes anymore. And all the civilian factories took from the Americans, of course. So we're trying to get those radar done, help us out here. And just trying to help us out with the sinking of the American Navy here. It also helped to get coverage here in Florida. So we'll go ahead and build there. And we need to get the... Well, you know what? We really don't need to sink the American Navy, actually, if we get them defeated. Yeah, I suppose we don't have to. We'll finish building up that one. But you know what, guys? I think that's going to be it. Let's take a look at maybe infrastructure for resources. That might be good, although it doesn't look like we really have any provinces that are going to grant much resources. Yeah, not really. I mean, if we can get some steel, though, so we don't have to trade for it, that'd be really helpful. But overall, right now, there's not any resource provinces that we're going to get much from. Because remember, we're not going to get a lot from these ones. Considering the fact that, you know, these are not our territory. Yeah, you're just not going to get much. Okay, so no infrastructure then. Maybe we should focus on military factories. Also, we do need to get some more silos, too. That is actually I think would be really, really helpful. Because we really can't stockpile much fuel. And if we start getting a very large Air Force and Navy going out there after this war with the Americans, you know, we can burn through that fuel pretty quickly. Now, I don't think fuel is going to be an issue at all. Yeah, it probably won't be. But you know what? Let's just get one more, just so we can do that, just so we can have it stockpiled. So we'll get that going. And then I guess just military factories is what we're going to build. Because we definitely need more military factories. So let's go and do that. Build military factories in some of our high infrastructure provinces. So we'll get that going. And then the other thing that we can do now is we could actually, because we have so many civilian factories, go ahead and invest in something here to kind of help ourselves out. And I almost want to go ahead and get the decryption power up because I feel like that's going incredibly slow. So yeah, let's go and do that. We'll do the radio interception group. since we do have so many civilian factories. Again, those are ones that we stole from the Americans. Is there anything we can do in the intelligence agency yet? No, not yet. We do not have our intel high enough. I don't know who they keep calling in, what's going on with the wars, and why they keep calling people in. But there's a lot of wars going on, so I guess there's some confusion there. So we're still pushing forward here. It's taking us a long time. This territory takes a while to get through anyway. We should take a look at our Air Force and see where I've got those guys assigned, if they're still needed in those areas, and if there's closer air bases, then we'd want to place them there. We'll keep them here, because again, we're trying to win right there, so keeping control of the skies there I think would be good. Looks like here this has kind of been the main battleground for our Air Force right now, and we are dominating there. I don't know that we can control the skies in the East Coast because there's just so many, there's just so many planes there. But what we could do is move these fighters over here, because there's nobody there right now. So we might be able to seize control of the skies once they move there. I don't know, we'll see. And what do we do over here? We sunk another American convoy there. Alright, so are these guys ready? I know we're still waiting on equipment and manpower and stuff, but I think they're ready enough. Let's go and attempt an attack here and see if we can't get her done. We'll go and attack with this guy as well, and then we'll support with both of these divisions. Make sure we get the win to cut off these 5 divisions here and drastically reduce the size of the front. But yeah, now that we got that manpower, I think that's going to be really helpful. It looks like we still are putting manpower into our units. Again, we'll go ahead and decline the expeditionary force. You know what we could do? We could accept these 7 here, right? And then just take those and put them into this garrison force here. Just so we have a little bit larger garrison. I don't know where those units are all at. Looks like they're all down here. Yeah, so we'll just take these 7 units and put them onto the garrison force. I think that would be helpful, just to have a few more divisions for that, just in case. Now, I don't think the Americans are going to be launching much when it comes to, invasions, given their situation right now. But yeah, I think it would be good to have a few more defenders, just in case they do. If they did launch any invasions, that'd be extremely silly on their part. All right, so we'll go this way, see if, I don't know, see if we can't get them cut off somehow, maybe come down to this mountain province, then come to the back here, and then it's only a matter of like getting a win against one division to try and cut off, a lot of divisions here, so that'd be helpful. Another dockyard. Let's just go and, until we get more techs, there's really nothing else to do with these. I almost don't want to even use them all because of the steel it takes. Something to consider, but potentially not using them all. Let's go and get these guys assigned to whoever needs them. There we go, beautiful. All right, so we're back up to 3 submarines for each one of those task force, and we have cut off these 5 divisions here. I thought there were 6 here. Apparently not, unless he's right there and we can't see him, which there could be. So they're attacking here to try and get the port, and they're attacking here as well. Let's go and attack here, and then we're gonna go ahead and go across this river while nobody's here defending. Then we'll go ahead and support that attack with these guys here. Beautiful. And then what we'll want to do is attack right there. Once we get here, we'll just go ahead and, oops, looks like he looked at, we'll just do it this way then. And then we'll support this. Try and get these troops here destroyed. There's a river right here. All these damn rivers, they do make it kind of difficult to get this done without getting the penalty. It looks like we lost here, but that was because we were part of another attack. So let's try it now, where we're not part of their attack. And we'll get all these guys destroyed, wiped out. There's nobody here, so let's go and move across the river there. Have another battle down here. We'll take a look and see what happens. Sunk another convoy. Okay. And also, we'll sign that non-aggression pact. Could get an easy win here, so we'll go ahead and do that into the mountains of a very weak division. And then we'll probably try and get across the river there, as I said before, and that'll result in us only needing to defeat one of these divisions here, which, I suppose this would be the best one to defeat, because then you cut off that division, but he's going to be a little bit harder because he's in the hills while he is not. So, yeah, either way, you got some negatives and positives you got to consider there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened over here again. Looks like just sinking some convoys. And interestingly, we're not losing any submarines now. I don't want to jinx us or anything, but we're doing much better in that regard. Let's go ahead and move across the river here. We're going to move this guy here, and I guess we'll continue pushing up towards Charlotte now. And then this guy come on over here. And maybe have this guy go across the river here. All right, beautiful. Looking for other areas to cut off troops. We still are lacking manpower, so that is something to consider. We don't want to burn through all of our manpower. We could get across the river here, so I will. And I think we'll also attempt an attack here. Cut off that division right there. Even if we're cutting off one division at a time, it's still helping out. Only got a few more minutes left of the episode, guys. Let's go and do this attack here. I don't know if we'll win, but we'll try. And then again, just one province away from cutting off all of these troops up along this way. This guy here that's in Vancouver, I suppose we can push the front forward a little bit. We'll take a province that's not defended, you know, a mountain province. And what are we doing here? We need to do an attack this way. Let's go and attack those guys there. They did take that port back. God damn it. How did that even happen? Shit. So that really sucks, guys. Yeah, that's a real bummer. They might actually all get out now. Yeah, they could potentially all get out. Yeah, that's a real problem. I don't know how that ended up happening that way, but it did. So that's a real shame. Yeah, it's a real bummer. Shit. Yeah, we cut off all those troops for basically nothing. Yeah, that sucks, guys. I mean, you put them back in the sea where you can sink them, but yeah, that's a real shame, guys. Alright, so I'm just gonna hope that they all leave, as the AI typically does, leaves the port. And if they leave the port undefended, which I'll see if they do or not, but if they leave it undefended, it doesn't look like they're wanting to do that. Alright. Let's go and get the naval bomber assigned. We don't have any more research bonuses here, but we could go and get the closed air support as well. And then let's go and get the naval bomber, a new one out there. The new models. We are winning here, as long as nobody else comes. Looks like they have one division coming, but he is pretty weak when he gets there, so we should still be able to defeat him. We are attacking across a river, so that's one negative here. We do have mountain troops attacking an already weakened infantry, though, so we'll see. What we could do is go and attack these guys now. Just try and make sure that we don't have to fight that guy. And we'll just decline those 39 divisions there. Although, part of me wants to take them just to get this done with, but at the same time, this is our main war. So I don't see any reason on rushing to get this done. You know, rushing to get the Americans defeated. We did, in fact... yeah, it looks like they got most of the divisions out. That's a real bummer, guys. Yeah, it's a shame. Alright, well, is what it is, man. I mean, we cut off a lot of other divisions. Let's go and take a look at what happened over here. Got some more convoys sunk. And we're going to go ahead and let this get into the next month here. And destroy those divisions, get all the divisions back up on the line here. And we need to get a radio interception group as well. So let's go ahead and get the next one to just try and get this decryption done quicker. We're at 279 days to get it done now. So maybe we might actually get it done before the war's over. Maybe not. Still lacking steel. Is there anything else we can trade for? It looks like the Germans actually have more for us. So we could, in fact, go ahead and get more infantry equipment. Anything that doesn't require... basically anything that doesn't require rubber. So we could, in fact, try and deal with some of our other shortages, like the artillery shortage. How's the support equipment going? We've got it going. So let's go and get one going towards artillery. And... another one going towards, you know what, I don't want to trade for that much more. How about this? Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll trade for one more factory worth. God damn it. 7, that's what I'm looking for. 7 factories total. Alright, awesome. So we are in the 1st of July here. Almost got this up high enough where we could do something. We can't infiltrate the civilian administration. However, I don't want to do that because I think that the best one to do right now is Navy. Infiltrate the Navy and try and get some of their naval techs from them. It's just any naval tech would help because we barely have any ourselves. So a lot of opportunities available for cutting off troops. Here's one, and here's one as well. And right there. So a lot of places where we can still cut off American troops. We got this going. That obviously failed miserably. Maybe we'll try going this way instead. They are attacking us over here. It looks like the Canadians have decided to defend their borders over here, now that we haven't invaded into their territory. So we can likely see more divisions coming over this way. So we made good progress this episode, a little bit slower going, of course, because of our running out of manpower. So we had to cut back on our attacks a bit. But once we get all that manpower back into the troops, and start getting this stockpiled so I can change up our division designs, I think that'll result in us being able to push forward faster. Another problem is that the Purple Army is covering a big front, but I think that this front is the most important one, the one that Red Army's on, so we're going to continue having the Red Army on the smaller front, so they'll have more divisions to work with here on moving towards Washington, D.C. So I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Before we end it, though, let's go ahead and take a look at the casualties. So we're at 44,000, 41,000 from the Americans. Not too bad. Our side overall has only taken 104,000 casualties. And again, that's really not that bad, considering the British have lost 15,000 casualties, the Canadians 2,000. Looking for the Americans, 408,000 casualties. So we did 280 of that. That's pretty darn good for 41,000. Yeah, not bad at all, guys. There's an insane kill-death ratio. And they're 51% towards capitulation. So very close. If we look at the German-Soviet war, let's see how the Soviets are looking. They're currently 94% towards capitulation, almost 9 million casualties, 3.37 million for the Germans, which is the majority of the casualties from the Axis against the Soviets. And yeah, as you'd expect, the Soviets make up the majority of the casualties in this one. Not much has happened between the Japanese and their faction and the Axis. Yeah, not a lot of casualties in that war. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I do hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode as we continue the invasion of the United States. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.